strong in the Lord, God generates power within us. That we should not be concerned about what we see on the outside, because the power, our power is not from the outside, it's not from the external, but our power comes from God, and He puts the power in us. And when we are facing life's challenges and struggles, then the power and might of God supersedes everything that can get in our way. It does not matter how big it is. There is nothing and there is nobody that is bigger than God. So it does not matter how heavy the way is. God is able to carry every load. It does not matter how difficult it may seem. God is able to help us get strength to get through anything. And I think there's some folk in here today that can testify. There were times in your life when you just felt like you weren't going to make it. But isn't it some kind of way God always gives us strength? There's some times in your life perhaps when you thought you were just going to give up and throw in the towel. You went to bed and said, that's it, I've had enough of enough of enough. But isn't it amazing how when you woke up the next day, God, while you were sleeping, put a part of Him in you. And when you rose up on the next day, you didn't feel weak, but you felt strong. Y'all ain't praying with me. Paul says that when you're weak, that God's strength is made perfect in our weakness. Which suggests to me that whenever God waits until we get weak so that He can be God in our lives. You really don't need God if you're strong. You need God when you're weak. When you're strong, you got everything. You got money, friends, and ability. And you can walk and matriculate wherever you want to be. But when you get weak and the things that you have accumulated can't help you, what you gonna do? Look at your neighbor and ask them, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when your health fails? What you gonna do when your money run out? What you gonna do when the friends that grew with you turn their back on you? What you gonna do when you make a mistake and people treat you like you got a contagious disease and don't even want to deal with you anymore? What you gonna do when they were laughing and high-fiving you on last year, but here it is in December and they don't even want to look your way? What you gonna do? You gonna look at your neighbor and say, I'm gonna find my strength in the Lord. So he says, be strong in the Lord. But then he confuses us because he said, because I looked at the text, but down it said, be strong in the Lord. If I'm being strong in the Lord, then why do we need to put on this armor? It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. Because if I have God, I have everything. Yeah, y'all listening to me? Can I just teach you about 15 minutes and we just gonna leave? Because I know y'all thinking about the ice. That's why y'all can't even concentrate on what I'm saying. But look at me and say, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. God let you get here. God gonna let you get home. Then you gotta wait. You said over there hollering back there. So let me just talk to you since the rest of them not paying no attention to me. It does not make sense to me that if we have strength in the Lord, that He would turn around in the next verse before we can get through shouting and say, put on the whole armor of God. Why do we need armor when we got strength? Y'all, you didn't get that. You didn't get that. Why do you need armor if you got strength? And I'm also confused because not only did he say that we need to have the whole armor on, he already told me he's going to give me strength. But when it comes to the armor, he told me, you put it on. He said, I'm going to give you strength, and I'm going to give you power, and I'm going to give you might. But when it comes to this armor, you have to put on the whole armor of God. I'm struggling here. Are y'all struggling with me? I'm struggling to understand this complexity because it's too confusing. Because the strength of God ought to be enough to help us to withstand anything. But he said, I need to get up in the morning before I put my clothes on. I need to make sure that I put on this whole armor. And I want to just put a period here, a comma here, and say, he said the whole armor. And I know there's some folk that said all they need is just a little bit more faith. But he didn't say that. He said put on the whole armor. I know there's some people that say I just need a little more peace in my life. But he said, no, you need to put on the whole armor. Look at your neighbor and tell him you got to wear the whole outfit. Just can't walk around half dressed with this armor. You have to have the entire armor on. And the only way you're going to get it on is you're going to have to be willing to get up and put it on. And the reason why sometimes we feel like a nut and sometimes we don't is because some days we leave home without the whole armor. And the reason why some of y'all sitting here numb, so numb you can't feel nothing, so numb you can't even smile, so numb you can't clap your hands, so numb your toes won't even move, is because you left home on Monday and matriculated all through the week and didn't have the whole armor of God. And here you are sitting up in the house of God and still don't have enough sense to know even in the house of God you got to have your armor. I said, even in the church, you got to have your armor. Because everybody in the church ain't saved. You got to have your armor. Everybody in the church don't know Jesus. I know you came in here because it was crazy folk out here. Can I be real? There's some crazy folk in the church. You got to have your whole armor. You cannot come to church with your power in your might and not have the armor of God, because it is the armor of God that protects us from the tricks of the devil. And I'm so glad that Paul cleared it up in his tape. He said the devil ain't got no power, but the devil got a whole lot of tricks. Can I use the vernacular we use? He got a whole lot of game. He got a whole lot of game. The devil, look at the neighbor, the devil got a whole lot of game. He got a whole lot of game. He got a whole lot of game. The devil know how to play the game. As a matter of fact, the devil created the game. And he knows how to play the game. And the only way you're going to be able to deal with the devil is you can't play with the devil. Oh, y'all ain't talking back to me. You can't play with the devil. Look at your neighbor and say, you cannot play with the devil. I know you all puffed up and everything, but the devil has brought down kingdoms. The devil has brought down kings. The devil has brought down men that God said that they desire after God's own heart. How can you stand up against the devil when greater men than you with greater anointing could not supersede him? You that cannot play with the devil. And the devil didn't come to play with you. He came to kill, steal, and destroy. I know it looked like he's going spitball, but then you better turn around and look at it real good. He come to take what you got, and he come to take who you are, and he come to take you out of here. Look at your neighbor and say, don't play with the devil. Can't play with the devil. Put on the whole armor of God. Because he says, we ain't wrestling with flesh and blood. No. We ain't wrestling with the folk you think don't like you. See, there's some people that you think just don't like you. You don't have to be concerned about the folk that don't like you. You better be concerned about the one behind the folk that don't like you. Some people come to make you mad, but the devil come to kill, steal, and I wish I had about 3 people in the walk with the for a moment. The devil come not just to put your transmission out of whack. The devil want to put you out of whack. He ain't trying to get you in a situation where you can't pay your bill. You've been in a situation before where you couldn't pay your bill and you didn't